Disclaimer: Darth Maul will not be included in this list even though he could be considered as a scoundrel at the end of Solo, a Star Wars story. Number 5. Chewbacca. Our favorite Wookiee has seen quite a lot of drama throughout his time in Battlefront 2. He used to be very OP in Heroes vs Villains. But quite unusable in Galactic Assault. Although going through many nerfs and buffs, this is mostly still the case. He is definitely now better in Galactic Assault, though not the best. He can also still compete well in HVV with very good damage output. His Furious Bowcaster and Charge Slam are his best abilities, providing even more damage. His health is standard. His Shock Grenade is good, but is very situational in Galactic Assault. In HVV, it gives enough time to get some good damage off on an enemy, but its countless nerfs has made it a shadow of what it used to be. Chewbacca simply lacks in power compared to others on this list. Number 4. Lando. I was going back and forth on which place I would put Lando and the person above him. I ultimately decided to put Lando here in 4th. Overall, he is a very solid hero with good combinations of abilities. He also has pretty good health like Chewbacca. Though competent in Heroes vs Villains, Lando is definitely better in Galactic Assault. His stun and sharp shot abilities make for a deadly combination in GA. The best way to get mass multi-kills is finding a large group of enemies, throwing your stun down, then using the high damage output from the sharp shot to wipe them out. This damage is also useful in HVV when finishing off enemies, such as knocking out a pesky Boba flying away with low health. The stun, however, should be used in HVV to stop enemies in their tracks and laser them with deadly headshots from Lando's blaster. His blaster is quite good, but is one of the weakest compared to other characters. His night vision when scoping is also a nice addition to his kit. Lando's third ability, the Smoke Grenade, is the main thing putting him in 4th, as it is basically useless in both game modes. Other characters on this list are also just generally more effective. Number 3. Boba Fett. Although placed in number 3, Boba Fett is extremely fun to play as. His jetpack makes him very powerful in both GA and HVV. If your aim is pretty good, you can spend most of your time in the air just shooting anyone below you. Boba's fast jetpack and the ability to dodge mid-air makes him a very difficult target to hit. He can also travel places very quickly. Although slightly harder to aim with than other blasters, Boba's EE3 has a high damage output and can quickly defeat any hero or trooper in his path. Boba's For the Hunt ability is very useful in both modes as well, providing a scan of any enemies around him and unlimited jet fuel for a certain time. His Rocket Barrage is one of the best abilities the whole game, dealing extremely high damage to anyone in his path. His Concussion Missile, on the other hand, is only good with the blaster disabling star card, and even then it is still not very effective. This ability does not compete at all with Boba's other abilities. Boba's health also makes him very vulnerable. Number 2. Han Solo. Han Solo is a beast in this game. His blaster is arguably the best blaster in the whole game with such high damage output. A few headshots could instantly defeat any villain. His Detonate Charge one-hit kills any class in GA and does so much damage in HVV. It's a great way to get mass multi-kills. Han's Shoulder Charge is also extremely useful in HVV when getting up close to enemies, dealing damage and knocking them down. In GA, it's very situational, but is still useful when escaping from tight situations. His Sharpshooter ability is also extremely powerful, letting Han fire his high damage blaster much quicker. The only thing letting Han down is his low health. He is extremely easy to defeat when placed in certain situations. Another thing to mention is that Han requires a lot of skill to be used effectively. In the hands of an inexperienced player, Han would be difficult to use well. Han is overall amazing if used right, having all high damage abilities and a great blaster. Number 1. Bossk. Bossk is arguably the best blaster hero in the game. Like Han though, he also requires a lot of skill to use and can near to never win in a fight when being used by an inexperienced player. The first amazing trait about Bossk is his ability to regenerate to full health without star cards or needing to get kills. This makes up for his low health and makes him extremely difficult to defeat. His real B blaster is very unique. It acts as a shotgun when not scoped in, but a sniper when it is. Both uses of the gun deal high damage and enables many different playstyles for Bossk. Bosk's combination of abilities are absolutely amazing. His Dioxis can easily be used to clear out rooms of enemy troops and get a lot of player damage points. His proximity mines are extremely powerful and deal mass amounts of damage to whoever threads on them. His micro-grenade ability gives Bossk wall hacks and makes it so Bossk shoots grenades from his blaster. All these abilities combined and used correctly will completely defeat hordes of enemies with ease. Bossk can rack up many kills in an extremely short time with his abilities, and once you get used to using him, you'll be getting serious kill streaks. He can also control objectives single-handedly. Bossk is a beast in both GA and HVV, and is definitely the best character on this list. Thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a comment about the video and what you think of it. Also leave some suggestions for future videos. Like and subscribe for more amazing Battlefront 2 content.